By the mid-1800s, the American West wasn't just a frontier, it was a treasure chest buried under billions of tons of rock. While the world remembers the 49ers with their gold pans, the real story of the 1800s wasn't in the streams, it was in the deep, dark veins of the earth. Mining in the 19th century was a brutal evolution of technology. It was a race to see who could dig deeper, blast faster, and survive the crushing weight of the mountains. From the flickering candles of the early shafts to the massive steam-powered hoists, this was industrialization at its most dangerous. In the early days, before the machines arrived, mining was a game of single jacking. A miner held a steel drill bit in one hand and swung a 4-pound sledgehammer with the other. To set a single blast, you had to manually hammer holes into solid granite. It was slow, deafening, and one missed swing could shatter a partner's hand. Once the holes were bored, they were stuffed with black powder, later replaced by the volatile and terrifyingly unstable dynamite. The deeper they went, the more the earth tried to reclaim the space. In places like the Comstock lode in Nevada, the rock was so soft and crumbly that traditional tunnels would collapse instantly. The solution was an engineering masterpiece, the square-set timbering. Loggers from the Northwest shipped in millions of board feet of timber to create these wooden cages. Miners literally built a city of wood underground to hold back the weight of a mountain. If you heard the wood groan, you knew the mountain was moving. By the 1870s, the donkey engines of the forest had their cousins in the mines, the steam hoist. These were the elevators of the underworld. They dropped men thousands of feet into the heat of the earth in cages that rattled and shook. But the real game-changer was the Widowmaker, the pneumatic rock drill. These air-powered beasts could drill in minutes what used to take hours. The catch? They kicked up clouds of dry quartz dust. Without water to suppress it, the miners inhaled the stone, scarring their lungs and leading to a slow, dusty death. It was a trade-off, more ore for a shorter life. Behind every driller was a mucker. These men had the most back-breaking job in the industry, shoveling tons of blasted rock into iron cars by hand. To move the ore to the surface, miners relied on pit ponies, or mules. These animals often lived their entire lives in the dark, becoming so accustomed to the tunnels that they could navigate the labyrinths by sound and smell alone. The war didn't end when the rock reached the surface. To get the gold or silver out, the rock had to be pulverized. Stamp mills were the loudest places on earth. They dropped 1,000-pound iron weights on the ore 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The noise was so loud it could be heard for miles, a constant heartbeat of the mining town. By the turn of the century, these camps had become industrial powerhouses, fueling the growth of cities like San Francisco and Denver. The 1800s miner didn't just find gold, he built the skeletal structure of the modern West out of iron, wood, and sweat. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more real archive images and the gritty history of how the world was built, leave a like and subscribe.